Hello, everybody. Welcome to my tier list on your Dead by Daylight main character based on what I think of you as a survivor. Now, I have 35.5 hours as survivor. I checked on my DBD stats before playing, so I think I have a pretty good, reasonable, assumption on everyone now on every killer. Now, I'm not going to be here and I know just because you play this that I'm just going to be judging your killer main based off what I think of them when I go against them as a survivor. I'm not going to do the same thing with killer because or with survivors when I play killer because at the end of the day, survivors are cosmetics, killers are characters. I might do something with perks, but we're just gonna do this one for now. So we are sorting them on by we love you. If I'm stuck in a game with you, I would love if I had to be stuck playing against one killer for the rest of eternity, I wouldn't mind. I'm having fun usually means I'm enjoying my time playing the game. I don't mind playing against you. Normal game, yeah, just solo queue, random game, whatever. You're making me bored. You're playing irritating, you're playing awfully, or you're just really just killing the fun from the game. Uninstall the game. You are a disgrace to the Dead by Daylight community, and while this is a once in a lifetime being that I played so little games with you, I genuinely have no idea what the mains are like because there are none. So, starting this tier list off nice and strong, normal game. Artist mains, their power's not too strong and it's not too weak. Artist mains, they work with what they have and what they don't have. I feel like Artist is one of the weaker killers compared to most of the other killers on this list, mostly because they're crows, and that's, I think, kind of it. I'm pretty sure, hold on, excuse me. I have Dead by Daylight pulled up just so I can pull up the character if I need to look up anything. But I'm pretty sure the artist just the reason not a lot of people play artist that much is because there's not a lot to her. She doesn't do much, right? So hold on, let me pull up artist real quick. Yep, she just throws crows. That's it. So all she really does is throw the crows, which, you don't need a lot more than that, especially because they mark they do. Your killer doesn't have to be super crazy doing this and that, but she's just a pretty basic, basic killer. The clown. The clown is a very interesting killer to go against, especially because he can buff him and the survivors, but he can also debuff the survivors. Now, something that I will notice and I will acknowledge is that every clown main never uses the haste bottle. Never. And it's so weird because it's not like they throw it down 2 feet in front of them and then they speed up. It's always they just never use it. Now, some of them bring out their inner Tom Brady and throw a debuff bottle from across the map directly onto your forehead. And just for that, uh, I want to. Hmm, I want to make another tier. So the new tier, it's not a bad, it's not bad, but it's not good, It's better than just playing a normal game because it's interesting. Some of these clown mains, I swear to God, will just hit you with a bottle from across the planet. I don't mind that. I think killer games are fun, especially watching some overweight clown charge me. The Blight. The Blight is a very the Blight's interesting because I know the Blight can be very good. It's just every time I play against a Blight, they're not. Because they always run right past. It's funny. It's funny watching a Blight run Mach 10 right past me, but they never do anything past that. Maybe get like a hook or two. Maybe they Mori someone because they have a memento Mori. But that's it. I don't really see much of Blight that much because he's just kind of weak. He's a lot weaker than Artist, in my personal opinion. He's just not all that good. Leatherface. Now, with Leatherface, it's very interesting. I have this weird thing where I like the people that play him, but I also hate the people that play him because sometimes they have like a regular build and sometimes they're very nice. I've met a lot of very nice killers that'll just like let me go out a hatch, let me go out the exit, let me get the generator if I like. They're very they interact with the survivors a lot, and I like that. But there's some that are just chainsaw abuse, barbecue and chili, Onryo scourge hooked. I don't remember the scourge hook name, but it's if you take them off the hook, then every other survivor that wasn't on the hook gets marked. That's the kind of builds they use, and then they just chainsaw, 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 chainsaw. So because of that, I'm gonna put you. You would be in This Is It because no, I would put you in I'm Having Fun because of how much you guys interact. But that small community of just irritating barbecue and chili, all Aura Reed Max, Gigamax perks is gonna bring you down to you're making me bored. I'm sorry. It's just the worst people always have the loudest voice. And I'm sorry, any Leatherface mains, that's just how it is. The Cenobite or Pinhead. This guy isn't in the game anymore, and they made all of his perks just regular Bloodweb perks. So I do like that, but also I haven't really seen much of him because of that. So no one really has the chance to get him. I will say, people who do play him are very loyal to playing him, which I do respect. So I'm gonna put that at I'm having fun. I always have fun, actually, but he is a once in a lifetime. But I do have a lot of fun here. I can't fully rate him because of that. I only have fun because he's rarely ever in the game, so I'm gonna say wow once in a lifetime. But he would be, and I'm having fun. But it's just I have to be fair to the other ranks. No, actually, no. This is my video. I'm making an exception for him. He is up there, even though I've only played 3 games against him in my life. So he's being up there. This is my video. Death Slinger. There's another character that shares similarities or a similarity with. Hold on, wait. I just now realized I forgot to drag my other files in here. As I was pointing down here, I didn't realize that I didn't have these because the tier list is outdated. So, anyway, the Death Slinger has a very similar thing to another killer that we're going to talk about later. I don't like the Death Slinger. I hate playing against him. Every time I know it's a Death Slinger, it's always so irritating because I know for more than half the game I'm gonna have to sneak around and hide behind things. And especially with the new AFK crows and how most Death Slingers play, to where they just camp generators for so long or camp hooks for so long because they can use their gun to bring people over when they go to hop on the hook or the generator. You guys suck. But I will move you over because there's another killer that has some of the same. No, they play the exact same way, but more scummy. So you're gonna be you're making me bored because you're still better than I want to say the one other killer, but there's another killer that face camps. So I bet you already know who I'm talking about. That face camps the living daylights out of every hook just because they can. The Demogorgon. But the Demogorgon, it's very interesting. Every Demogorgon player that I play against is really good with the Demogorgon, but every time I talk to someone who doesn't play Demogorgon, they say he sucks and he's awful and he's like a diet alien. Which I disagree with that. Alien and Demogorgon, although they do have the same kind of like tunnel thing, you can counter um you can counter Alien with the little fire thing, but with Demogorgon you can get rid of his trails. So they're kind of different, but I can see where they're coming from. That being said, every Demogorgon main is so good at what they do for no reason. I'm gonna put them in I'm gonna put them in This Is I. The reason I'm not putting them in I'm Having Fun is because you guys are too good. You guys are too good with your killer, and it scares me. Like, it genuinely scares me. The Doctor. I feel like the Doctor is one of the higher killers that I get paired with when I play Survivor. And it's always kind of a mixed bag on what the game is because he's one of the free characters with Game Pass, and I think he's just a free character in general. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I got my game off Game Pass. So I'm not sure if he's like free or not, but most of the doctor players that I see are either not good or they're way too good and they have a really good build. I'm gonna put them in. I'm gonna put them in normal game because it's such a mixed bag. It's like any other. If you think of playing Dead by Daylight, you're gonna get the awful killers. You're gonna get the really good ones. It's a mixed bag. All right, next is the Dredge. I'm gonna put the Dredge in. You're making me bored because he's so bad that even when I see good killer players play Dredge, it's just they never use his abilities, which is really weird. He can teleport through lockers and he has Nightfall. He's a really cool killer. I will acknowledge he's a cool killer. He has cool stuff. He's just not good. He's just not good. He desperately needs buffs. I don't know what buffs, but behavior, please just give Dredge buffs. He has a really cool power and I hate to see it slept on. But he's just so bad it makes the game boring because no one can ever do anything with him. So it's not the people, it's the character, and I'm sorry. Pyramid Head, my goat. When I am a killer main, I mainly play killer. I am biased 100%, 100% biased. And when I get into a Pyramid Head game, I love playing against him so much. I don't know why. It might just be because I like seeing people play him. If because I'm biased, I would put him in WoW This Is Once in a Lifetime because I have only played against two. Two in my life, two. Or at least two that I can remember. But no one plays this guy and he gets slept on so much. His perks are amazing. His although his add-ons are really bad, he's such a strong and good killer if you get the right build. Okay, if you run no perks, he's still really good, especially because 95% of players don't know you can crouch through his torment trails. Oh my god, it's beautiful. So you end up marking them every time, and if you hook someone in basement because they don't know that, you can stab your sword in the ground, do a little add trail in front of the basement, and they just run through it every time. Free torment stack. Oh my god. I might make a whole video on how good Pyramid Head is, just because I need to rant about him, because he's just so good. And the I know I'm talking about from playing him, but when I'm sitting there and chasing a survivor and I predict where they're going through the wall, oh my god, it is bliss. But yeah, I love playing against Pyramid Head. Most people don't know how to play him because he's one of the more interesting, and it takes some time to learn him because you have to that's a killer where you need to read people. Like just past auras, you need to know where they're going. You need to be able to read them without an aura. But I do like playing against the Pyramid Head. It's fun to see other people play him in different ways than I do. Ghostface. I like playing against Ghostface. I like playing Ghostface. I think Ghostface is one of the better characters in the game. We love you. I have so much fun playing against a Ghostface and playing Ghostface because it makes me have to be, first off, scared. Whenever I play against a Ghostface, I'm terrified. I'm shivering in my timbers because I always know if I'm sitting there on a generator, I have to look around constantly and then just to look for him. The amount of fear that I have in my heart and my soul when I'm on a generator and I see the ghost face mask behind a rock or something. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love Ghostface and everyone that plays him. Chucky. Now, I know what I said about Ghostface. I don't like playing against Chucky. I just don't know why, but every Chucky player is just it makes me bored when I play against a Chucky, and I don't know why. It's just so unbelievably just it's Chucky. Oh my god. And it's not because his size or his powers or anything. It's just how people play him and the fact that he is small. I will acknowledge that. He's just boring to play against. The hag. Um I don't have a lot to say about you. You're kind of a very basic killer in means of like teleportation killers. I'm gonna put you in normal game just because like I've never played against you or the hag whenever it's like they're doing too good or they're doing too bad. It's a very regular game. Usually they get like two, three kills and then they take the hatch. I don't really see them. They do a very good job at playing their character, but most games you get like two people out the exit gate or one person out the hatch, which is still good. Don't get me wrong, that's still good. But it's just the normal game. It's the same thing with Doctor. I mean, without like the super good people, it's like you're just a regular killer. We got the hillbilly. The hillbilly is the version of Leatherface when people don't want to pay money for Leatherface. And that's not like a hot take, that's literally what it is. Before they could buy Leatherface's license, they had him in there just because. Now, having said that, I feel like the people that play Hillbilly would be such a good Leatherface, but they just don't want to give their money, and it makes me so mad considering that they'd be so good at it because they're so accurate with everything they do. Their swings, super accurate. Their chainsaw, super accurate. The mind games they play sometimes are amazing on how to get to you and just down you immediately. They're not as irritating as Leatherface because they never run any like big aura perks like barbecue and chili or Onryo's Scourge Hook. So I'm gonna put him up here. The reason he's that down is because of his aura and his aura reading abilities and how people build him and play him. The Huntress. Now I'm gonna say this right off the bat. I made a video a while ago called How to Counter Springtrap because he was brand new at the time. Huntress is a worse version of Springtrap because Springtrap can do more with, I think, I want to say a better axe, but it just depends on if you want to throw multiple axes or just the one that gives broken. It really depends on how you want to throw it, but I do think Springtrap is a better Huntress, but also a Huntress with Onryo qualities. We're going to talk about Onryo and Springtrap later, though. But Huntress players are very, I don't know. I don't want to put them. I want to put them in normal game, but I'm gonna put them. Okay, if more people were what I'm about to describe, I'd put you in You Are Making Me Bored. But I'm put you in normal game because there's some people that play Huntress, and people who play Springtrap do this too. Don't get me wrong, but there's some people who try to do all these cool trick shots, or they jump off something, or they do a 360 and hit you with the axe, but they always suck at it. They miss 90% of their hatchet throws, and when they hit one, they clip it and put it on their YouTube Shorts. It's just so weird how I don't know. They're so far and few in between, but it's so potent with Huntress because she has multiple. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Huntress is kind of just a normal game killer. The Legion, there's not a lot to say about Legion. It depends on how you play Legion. Normal game, very normal game killer. Actually, I need to say this. If you are new to Dead by Daylight, stop trying to heal each other when you're playing a Legion. One of the things that make me hate. Okay, here's the thing. I can't bring down Legion because of this, because it's my teammates and not the character. If I could, if I was judging it off that, I'd put you to You're Making Me Bored. My teammates heal so much against a Legion, it makes no sense. Because if you didn't know, Legion players, their ability makes it so they're faster, and I think it gives them. No, it doesn't. But it makes them faster, and they can vault over things. I think as fast or slightly faster than a survivor. But their ability, the Legion has to hit you, I think, 6 or 7 times for you to go down. Stop healing on Legion. All you get is you just waste time. It's just a waste of time, and you don't need to do that. Just do a generator instead of just healing each other. God, especially because with his ability, when you get stabbed, yeah, sure, you have to heal yourself, and I forgot what it's called. You can do that yourself, and it takes maybe like 2 seconds. Stop healing each other, because then at some point he bounces around towards everyone, and then he, oh my god, just stop healing on him. Wesker, I like Wesker mains. They're very creative with how they go around their corners with their abilities, and I like seeing their videos where they do the "you should have just left," where they, I don't know how Wesker mains always get teabagged at the exit. I used to see it a lot, but now I don't really that much. But I swear to God, every Wesker main, whenever they see someone that's about to go through the exit gate, they take them and slam them out and put them on hook, and it's always the toxic people too. I love how you guys have a whole thing with that. Should I put them on the tier list for that though? I don't know. I'm gonna put him on the tier list for that next to Pinhead, only because actually no. Yeah, I'm just gonna rank him on that because I don't have much to say about Wesker because I don't see him that much, but if you I do love the videos. Keep them coming. They make me laugh, and I love seeing toxic people in games get absolutely like slaughtered. The Nemesis. I like playing Nemesis, but I hate playing against Nemesis because the zombies. I swear to God, I'll be running around for 5 minutes, find a generator, and then I'll hop on the generator, and there's immediately a zombie on me. I do like playing him though, but I'm not ranking him on how I play him. I'm just gonna the zombies though. I mean, I don't know. I don't really see him that much anymore. I used to see him a lot before 2v8, but after 2v8, everyone dropped him for some reason. I wanna I don't also no, I don't want to say that because that's more of a teammate thing. My teammates always take everything, every little virus thing, the second they get inflicted, and they use like 7 before anyone else gets a 1. I'm gonna put you in normal game because, like, it's just a normal game. I don't see you enough at all. Freddy Krueger. Here's the thing with Freddy Krueger, you're gonna be put in You're Making Me Bored for the same reason Dredge is. I think Freddy Krueger is objectively the worst killer in the game. I have only gone against one, but it was a kind of drawn out game because my teammates kind of sucked. So I feel like I can talk about this. And I also really want to talk about how bad he is. The entire Nightmare on Elm Street chapter is just, they didn't do a good job with it at all. Freddy Krueger is so weak, and unless they give him another rework, he's just going to suck because yeah, you can have a time before you fall asleep and go to the nightmare realm. But once you go to the nightmare realm, there's no rush to really get out of it. Besides, you can't you get the oblivious state and like maybe another debuff. Freddy Krueger is very weak. He doesn't have a lot going for him, and that's why I'm gonna put him in You're Making Me Bored. Because unlike Artist, unlike Doctor, unlike Huntress or Nemesis, there's no, or I can't really say Huntress. Unlike any other killer that has like a power you can interact with, like snapping out of it, getting the crows off, Nemesis is zombies. There's no urge to go get out of the nightmare realm. I'm gonna look at Freddy Krueger real quick just to see if I'm missing anything. Let's see here. Dream snares and dream pallets. While selected, press the power to charge a dream snare and press the attack button to release it. Dream snares move quickly in a straight line through walls but not over ledges. Survivors hit by dream snare add time to their sleep meter if they're awake. While sleeping, survivors will be hindered for 12%. Special ability Dream Projection. Hold the ability button to teleport to a generator or survivor performing a healing action in Dream World. See, but the whole thing is Freddy Krueger would be a lot better if when you turned off an alarm clock, you wouldn't be able to turn it back on for a long period of time. But he's just so weak to the point where it's boring. The nurse. Oh my god. Okay. I want to sit there and hate on you guys and say, well, no, I can't even hate on them. I respect nursemaids who are really good because it's very hard to get good with nurse. It takes a lot of practice and time So I'm gonna put you guys in it's not a normal game, but you guys have so much dedication to learning this character that is objectively the best character in the game if you learn them, but they're also the hardest character to learn in the game. So I'm gonna put you in this as I and not normal game because most of the time I go against a nurse, it's always really bad. But when you guys are good, oh my god, when you guys are good, I'm proud. I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of the killer. The Oni. I've seen a lot more of the Oni after 2v8 came out because I'm pretty sure he was free during that time. A lot of people don't I feel like they don't play him right. They never dash. They don't break pallets. They just kind of run around and hope they can find someone, and then they chase them until they kill them. It's like the same thing with they play Oni like they play Trapper without traps. It's really weird. I'm gonna put you guys in normal game because he's one of the more common killers, and yeah, the Onryo. Um, the Onryo. I can't say I like playing against an Onryo, but I did have a little while where I tried to practice and learn Onryo, and I did. I got pretty good with Onryo for a little bit. But the thing is, once someone knows how to play against you, you can't really do much about it because you don't have much besides going through the TVs and giving condemned. That's kind of it. Once someone knows how to play around you, you're screwed. But talking from a survivor point, playing against an Onryo is kind of boring most of the time because most people get Onryo, play a few games, and then they never pick her up again. And it's like it's sad because she is really fun to play, and she's although not the most fun to play against, it is kind of interesting having to handle your condemned stack so they don't get locked and you get moried. I'm gonna put her in. This hurts me. It really does. I'm putting her in. You're making me bored only because of how bad the players are that play Onryo because they don't get time to practice her and learn how to play her. The pig. I like you guys. I have a lot of fun playing against the pig, especially how they put me on. I don't know why, but I kind of like running to each thing, seeing if I can get the key and taking the reverse bear trap off. You guys always let me boop the snoop, and I love it. I think it's so stupid how you guys let me do that and not kill me immediately. I have fun playing against the pig. It's one of those more obscure killers that not a lot of people play. But you guys like to just sit there and watch people do something until they notice you. It's fun. I like playing against you guys. You know, earlier when I was saying how I got really sick and tired of certain Death Slinger mains that kind of face camp sometimes. When I play against a Plague, it is almost every single game where you guys sit in front of the hook and do fucking nothing else for the rest of the game. And for some reason, instead of my teammates going, oh, they're getting face camped, let's go do the generators instead of saving them. Because if someone is face camping on the hook, try one time to get them off, and if you can't get them off, stop. Just go do your generators and punish them for face camping. Because if they're face camping, you can get 3 generators done by the time that person's dead. And if you're being face camped, please don't just immediately bring all your things down or leave the game. Let the other people get the generators so they can leave. But it is every single game that I've played against a Plague where they hook and then face camp, and then when they start to walk up to it, they don't move and they just hit you with max Plague and then chase you until they're like 10 meters off the hook, and then they go right back to literally making direct eye contact with them like 2 feet away. And then the second they see someone, they walk right in front of the hook, spray them with their. It's so annoying. Get off the hook, man. You guys genuinely suck. But there's one killer that I can say is worse. Michael Myers. I love you guys. When you guys play lore accurate Michael, it's so fun to play against you guys. I love it. I live for it. One of the few killers that I wouldn't mind. Anyone in this tier, it's like if I could only play against them for the rest of my Dead by Daylight Survivor games, I wouldn't mind. I really wouldn't mind. Because sitting there doing a generator looking at him, looking away, and then looking back to the direction he was at, or running past the door, seeing him, just standing there, and then going back, and then he's gone. Oh my god, it's the exact same thing with Ghostface, and it's terrifying. People who do that, I love it. Singularity. Back, you guys, I hate you guys so much, and it's not your fault either. Unlike the Plague, where you don't have to sit there and play how you play, Singularity's kind of pushed into it because of his ability. He leaves massive, like, tech goop things directly. He can put them anywhere, and once they lock onto a survivor, it launches something that sticks onto their back, and he can teleport to it. Now, you guys, oh, and I know it's just how you play the killer, but they put it in front of every single generator they find, and unless you launch that EMP, you're just gonna get chased, and you can't do anything. They're so good at being anti-generator. It bothers me. It bothers me because you guys are playing. It's more of a hatred towards the killer than the people that play the killer. But I also hate you for playing the killer, which, if that makes sense, it makes sense. Spirit. I played against a lot of spirits in my days, but there's one that's forever tainted my image on Spirit to where I hate every single one. And what happened was I was playing, and it was me and a Leon left. The Leon died after he opened gate and he got hooked. He got hooked because he was injured, opened the gate, then hit hooked. I was down, and as I was crawling into the exit gate, the spirit saw me, picked me up, dropped me directly in front of the exit, and then moried me before I could even move. That I've never been more mad at Dead by Daylight in my life than that moment. And I know they probably thought it was really funny, and I know you probably think that it's very funny and cruel to do that. That got me so mad, especially because not only did I have a purple toolbox from a chest, not only did I do every single generator that got done, but I carried my team except for that Leon that opened the gate. Oh my god. It was just such a disaster of a game, and then being met with that got me. I literally closed the game and didn't play it for a week after that. It made me so mad. The Knight. This is a once in a lifetime. I have played against the Knight maybe I played against them once. And like just like the Xenobite or Pinhead, the reason I have Pinhead up there is because he's not in the game and I like playing against him. But it's just no one plays him, and it's I don't know why. Then again, I do have Knight, and I've never played him, and I only got him for a few perks, but no one plays Knight. I know one person that plays Knight, and they mainly play Springtrap than Knight, because they're kind of new. They play Dracula, Springtrap, and Knight, but they never play Knight. No one ever plays Knight, and speaking of no one ever playing this character, Skull Merchant, it's going down there. Not a single human being on this goddamn planet plays Skull Merchant. The Trapper. I love playing against you guys. The reason I'm not gonna put you guys up here, actually, the reason I'm not gonna put you guys up there is because I can't compare you guys to Pyramid Head, Ghostface, and Michael. But you guys are very creative with where you put your traps, and when you guys are in a chase, it's like a herd dog moving sheep on how you can just control where they go so well, so they run directly into a trap. And because you guys have you can only carry two traps at once, but you guys put your traps in such clever places constantly that it makes me admire how smart you guys really are for playing the starter killer, like the killer. But that's all I gotta say. You guys are just too big brand. The trickster, the trickster. I've played against a few tricksters here and there. It's one of those more obscure killers, but I'm gonna put them in this as I because it's never like a bad thing when I play against a trickster. It's more good than bad. I don't have any bad experiences. I only have only good times with trickster. Like the knives aren't bad when they sit there and throw them. I like how they kind of bounce off. I've never played them, just for note, but I like how they bounce off walls. I can't really think of anything bad to say about Trickster. He's one of the more solid killers in the game that just no one plays for some reason, and I feel like more people should. The twins, once again, wow, this is once in a lifetime. Actually, 3 days ago was the first time I ever saw anyone play the twins, and we all escaped. Everyone escaped. He's not good, especially how his main thing is he has the little goober that runs around, and then you can like kill him, and then it goes on a cooldown. He's just not good. The unknown. Oh my god, you guys make me terrified. You guys play such a scary looking killer just to and you guys play into it too. I swear to God, I'll be like, if I'm on Haddonfield and I'm going past the main house, I will see you guys standing in front of a window staring at me. It's the exact same thing as Michael. You know, I'm gonna put you guys in We Love You. You guys play the exact same way as Michael Myers, but less terrifying and more aggressive. That's all I really got to say about you. Also, no one really plays him, which one of my friends that I played Dead by Daylight with, we were duo queuing, and he's been playing, I think, since 2018, I want to say, 2018, 2017. Grimp, if you are watching, leave a comment and tell me when you started playing. Because I remember you telling me that this was your first ever game against one. And I know he's more of a recent killer and that's why, but I still haven't seen him since that. Actually, no, that's a lie. That's a complete lie. I have seen him a few times. You guys are just very good at being creepy and not being seen that much unless you're like hitting me. The Wraith. I was thinking of the Wraith. I don't see you guys that much. I hate you guys. You guys are so irritating, and it's not your fault either. No, it is your fault. It's the way you build your character to be so stealthful and hold on. I know I have the Wraith. I have a sin to confess. The first ever killer that I mainly played was the Wraith, but I didn't know that he had this because I never used add-ons. Let me find it real quick. Yeah, okay. You guys get the Wraith completely maxed out so you guys can only play the Wraith with this, but his visceral catacomb or coxcombed clapper, which is a add-on for his bell, makes the bell completely silent. You guys abuse that so much to the point where it's not that fun to play against you because of how much you just use and abuse it. So I'm putting you guys to just uninstall the game. It's just so irritating, man, to play against one because they just go for silent and undetectable to where you'll look one direction, he's not there, you'll look back, and then he's just there. And it's not like Michael, where it's a fun. You know that he was probably there walking up to you, but his bell was just silent, and then they add the speed boost. Oh my god. Very big thing in 2v8. The Xenomorph. I don't play a lot of I don't play against a lot of xenomorphs, but when I do, it's a fun game because I really like putting down the traps and then watching guys get like burned. Very bad thing, but I like putting down the traps and trying to play it against you. I do kind of I enjoy characters not in Dead by Daylight because I'm not there's not a lot of killers like that. I enjoy playing characters in games where they give a major buff to whoever they're fighting, but they can go around it, and if you can know how to play around the buff that they give them, it's super good because like, oh, I got a buff, whatever, and then it's just boom. Elixir Golem is a perfect example. I like Elixir Golem in Clash Royale. If you guys have ever played Marvel Snap, Red Skull, I like Red Skull. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about Xenomorph. I like the little chest things. The Lich. I love playing against you guys. You guys make this game so much more fun than most killers because of the D&D roll the dice chess. I love it. I love even if I have a max loadout, I'm still going to open that chest just to test my luck. And then you guys like mix up your spells a very nice way. You don't mainly use one spell. You mix it up a lot and I can respect that. Actually, you know, I'm putting it at the very top of uninstall the game. My least favorite killer in the game, and the killer I hate the most, is the Houndmaster. What I said about Deathslinger and Plaguemaster is so much worse with Houndmaster because every Houndmaster game I get into, they run Barbecue and Chili, they run Onryo Scourge Hook, and then they run Nemesis's Lethal Pursuit. Those are the three perks they play every single time. Every time. And it is so irritating having to run from the dog because it can go past walls, it can go over pallets. Oh my god, I hate I hate the Houndmaster, and everyone that plays Houndmaster is always so bad. It's just they used and abused that dog to the point where it's not even fun to play against because it's just dog, dog, dog. I got into a game where I literally heard the person spam it, but I was out of range, so it didn't do anything. Or they were after some, I don't know. I heard them go, yeah, cha, huh, go, go, dog, move. I was like, oh my god, stop. You are literally. They depend so much on their dog to do anything instead of making a build to. I don't know. I hate it. I hate the Houndmaster as a killer, and I hate the people that play it because how they build Houndmaster. Springtrap. I'm actually going to put you at the end because you're the newest. I'm going to start him like this because I want to talk about him like this. The Dark Lord. Dylan, I know you're probably watching this video. Um, I don't hate you. I hate playing against Dracula because I know I'm going to be hunted down by the dog for 90% of the game. About 90% of the game, I'm just going to be hunted down by a dog. The bats, I do respect you guys on how well you guys can roam around and know what's going on when you have the bats. I don't know what it looks like on that end, but I do respect you guys because I know it's like Spirit and how you guys can't see me or like see trails or pools of blood or hear anything. I do like that. Or no, you guys can hear things, but you just can't see anything. I like that. But I'm still gonna put you guys and you're making me bored because I just hate playing against the wolf and its lunge attack and how it can jump over pallets. Because every Dracula player only uses wolf. That's all they do. They wolf when they hunt, and then I don't know if there's actually a chase benefit if you use Dracula in a chase. Because I've never played him. I'm just going off what I've seen. I'm going to make a lot of people very mad with this one. I like playing against the Kaneki. And it's because I'm biased because I love Tokyo Ghoul. I love Tokyo Ghoul, and I like seeing Tokyo Ghoul in the game. Ken Kaneki in the game is so cool to me, and I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. So I'm gonna put you up there. Also, no, fuck you guys. Just because I know there's someone who's probably mad, I'm putting in We Love You because because people complain. I used to be a Kaneki main when he came out for a long, long time. I still play Kaneki to this day. One of the reasons I still play Kaneki more than most of my other killers is because people complain on how broken Kaneki is. When he released, yeah, I will admit he was crazy broken. But after he got his third nerf, he's on par with every other killer on here. He's not broken at all. If if he's sitting there trying to go onto you with his tentacles, you can use a pallet or just get out of his line of sight. Because here's how Kaneki works: when he's chasing you, he can get his tentacle. He can get his his what's it called? His Kanage onto something, launch himself, and then he has to launch onto you, or else it'll go onto a cooldown, and a very long cooldown at that. So, or you can use a pallet and it'll just completely cancel the thing and it puts it back on that cooldown and he didn't even get to use it. Kaneki is countered very easily, but he gets in people's heads for being able to move so fast throughout the map. That's that's why people don't like him. It's because he can just move through the map so fast, and some people like me when we play him, we try to use enraged mode as much as possible because it's a benefit. I can talk about for so long how people complain about Kaneki too much for no reason. Last but not least, Springtrap. Springtrap is a mixture between Huntress and Onryo, and that's all he really is, and I do like that. It's not bad that he is because it's still fun and cool to play him. Whatever. However, I do want to mention this. If there's anyone that works at behavior or anyone who can forward this complaint and get it heard, there is a glitch with Springtrap where when he first goes through the door for the first 2 seconds, he's invisible, which is very irritating because those doors are in front of every generator. But every single Springtrap player that I play against is either they just play Springtrap because they like him, he's new. But there's some people who play lore accurate Springtrap, and what I mean by that is they'll kill someone else, or not, they'll put someone on hook, down you, bring you to the hook, drop you and let you bleed out while you watch the other person struggle on second phase of Hook. Oh my god. I have a clip from a game where I was on Hook. They brought my friend over to me, dropped them in front of me, and left the basement. Mind you, it was just us. Just us. So he put them in front of me so they can watch me die to the Hook, and then he let them he didn't more them. He let them bleed out. Oh my god. Every Springtrap player that I meet that plays like that, and it's not like a very few thing. It is a lot. People do that a lot with them. They play as brutal as they can and just like as cruel as they can, and I love it. We love you. So there we have it. All 40 killers, every killer in the game, ranked by what I think of you when I play Survivor. I know some of them kind of strayed off from that a bit, especially at the end, but hey, um, that's the end of the video. I'll see y'all later. If you guys want me to change anything, if you have some thoughts or anything that I didn't include, let me know. And I would love to make a video. Share this video with as much people as you know that play Survivor a lot, because I want to make a community ranking on what you guys think with this exact same setup. So I'll see y'all in the next one. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, share it. That's all the time I got. I'll see y'all later.